Our resource speaker for her education includes a Doctor of Medicine in the University of the Philippines, passed medical board examination in last 1959, a special student of the Maternal and Child Health at Harvard School of Public Health in Boston, USA. She also finished her Master's of Public Health, the Institute of Public Health in the University of the Philippines. And also in the same university, she also finished the Master's of Hospital Administration, Institute of Public Health. And she is also the president of the RN&CL Magkaba Realty. She is a member of the country coordinating mechanism of the Global Funds for AIDS, TB, and Malaria, and the present Chief Executive Officer of the Institute for Social Studies and Action, and the Executive Director of the Bonifacio and Marietta DR Memorial Foundation for Public Service Education. Our resource speaker is the recipient of the Betty Go Belmonte Peace and Women Empowerment Award from the Sigma Delta Peace Sorority of UP, and she also received the National Awardee as the most outstanding individuals who have made an exemplary contribution in the implementation of the International Conference on Population and Development. And she also received the Professional Award in Public Health given by UP Manila Alumni Association. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our resource speaker on reproductive health, gender, Dr. Florence Magkaba Tadiar.
So now I know that you are knowledgeable about international commitment of our country and you want to strengthen your role as midwives in the fulfillment of these objectives. You know, I surveyed some government and private officials. Marami sa kanila hindi pa nakakaalam sa MDG, ICPD, Corporate Conference on Women. I'm very surprised. How can they lead our nation if they don't know this international agreement? So, if we are to contribute significantly to improving the life of and health of our people, we should be guided by these agreements, which the Philippine government is a signatory. Kung minsan, mahilig tayo ng tema, pero sa implementation, hindi tayo there. So I hope that with this conference, you as midwives will be leaders in this MDG. First slide, please. Nabanggit kanina na yung MDG 5. We're familiar with that, but there are two targets. The Philippines Islamic target 7 and race access. And we believe that maternal health will be improved by both of these targets. And you have a role to play in this. You are also in the goal 4. You are reducing child mortality, and you have a role in goal 1, extreme poverty reduction through the attainment of goal 5. And you are also able to contribute to goal 6, since you manage STI cases, di ba? Yes. Oh, okay. So, I am very happy that you have included goal 3, which is to promote gender equality and empowerment of women. So, ang daming goals na ang midwife will be contributing to. And you will realize that although these are separate, any weakness in attaining any of them will affect the other goals. Okay? So, as midwives, and narinig ko kayo tatapin kanina, we can be both in the private and government sector. We are needed badly by the country in this time of crisis. As mentioned, marami ng malis. And the women and their families look up to you, not only during their reproductive years, but before and long after, just like some of us do. Okay. So we are actually heroes, hindi lang yung 10 elements. I think 12 elements about product and reproductive health. I heard that 95 lahat ng 12 elementary arcades natin. Yeah, so you are contributing not only in the urban areas and rural areas. And hindi lang dyan, I think you have a role even in other disease conditions like malaria, tuberculosis, mental and physical challenges where women and girls have special needs because of their reproductive functions and systems. So I salute you all for appealing, for contributing to the attainment of this goal. So 2015, yung goal natin, ano na ngayon? 2009, no? 6 years na lang. And we started when? 9 years ago. So nalipas na ng time, meron na lang tayo 6 years to reach our goal. Last Monday, we must have read in newspapers about how the Philippines is part of the best place in the world for moms. The Philippines ranked only number 42 out of the 75 less developed countries in the state of the world's mothers survey. You know that we got the lower rate than South Korea, China, Thailand, Vietnam, Mongolia, and Malaysia, and other countries. So, parang hindi pa tayo masyado nakapag-reach yung MDB natin. So, you have played a critical role in reducing the number of death and suffering, and hopefully, you will be actually reaching women whether they are single, married, widowed, separated, divorced, lesbians, transsexual, and other various categories. And these are often neglected, abused, violated, overworked, poor, uneducated, powerless, pregnant, and discriminated. Nung isang araw kaya tayo Mother's Day, pinagkaya sa akin, sabi, motherhood is a tough 24-hour job. No pay, no day off, most often unappreciated, and yet resignation is impossible. But it is all worth it. So you as mothers, I'm sure many of you are very young, no, in the audience, but maybe some of you are also mothers. So we can, you are familiar with the issues of gender. So I was told that you already know of gender and sex, but during your provision of these 10 elements, we would like to see that you are gender sensitive. So the next slide, who is the gender sensitive person? Yeah, ito. Ano ang mga characteristics na sinasabi ng gender sensitive? You are respect o yung pagkatao of every individual from birth to death in whatever social category. You recognize that there are inequalities between the genders in biases which are transmitted. You are motivated to respond to this so that you will transform the structure and personal inequalities and biases. And because of that, you become committed to killing these inequalities and biases at both personal and institutional level. And because of your commitment, you will work towards empowerment and gender relationship. What are some of the manifestations? Okay, next please. So, stereotype tayo, women's character and work are stereotyped, marginalized, subordinated, marami tayong burdens, we have violence, we have obstacles to personhood, and discrimination. So, why are we saying that we should become gender sensitive? So, can we have the next slide, please? Ito, the textbooks, dati, in education, more interesting ang mga roles ng mga lalaki. Tapos, yung babae, either wife, daughter, yun lang, no? Stereotyping. Tapos, there are differences between the male and females. These are actually not true. Diba? Tayo ay, ano rin, assertive, accomplished. Hindi lang para sa case. Pero sa textbook, yun ang mga nakikita. Tapos, in illustrations, so tingnan niyo yung mga libro ng anak ninyo,